Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Well done! Walk, walk, walk!
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, there you go! I said...
Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. It's time for Chillin at the Club. One of my favorite shows to do. I don't get to do it very often. I do it when my brother is out of town. And I got to do a show by myself. Show where you guys decide what we're going to talk about. Tonight on Chillin at the Club. Of course, you can't chill at the club without a little bit of alcohol. You know I've got some of that to start with. This is the 2 nights of the week that I drink. So, and I get to, guess what? We might have bonus time next tomorrow night because I am off on Tuesday. I'm going to the Independence Bowl. What's up? Oh, I got to show you guys this too. Hang on a second. First, let's recognize the chat. What's going on? The guys that run the show tonight. Of course, the hardest working mod in the business is already throwing all the chats up. You guys know who he is. And if you don't, hey, I've got an introduction video for the regulars on my channel.
Womack. Why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
And he's not a piece of shit, boys and girls. He's a very, very nice guy, and he helps me out quite a bit with all these links and stuff. Yeah, that's Vince Womack. And tonight he comes in with greetings and salutations. Says he has to shake it up, shake things up from time to time. Yes, and he says he'll be right here. He says CRC, which is Comic Relief Crusader, said bye 10 minutes ago and is still going strong. Of course he is, man. He's an artist. He don't know when to quit. He don't know when to quit. He knows better. You know what? I'm one of the few shows that usually does things on time. You know what I mean? And you know what that's from? That's a byproduct of where I worked. I was a Lean and 5S guy, and one of the things they taught us was time management. And if you had a meeting go over, you know, you were wrong. You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Let's see who else is here. Kay is here. She says hi to Vince and me. It's good to see you, young lady. Vince says, lies! I'm not lying. I don't ever lie, brother. I don't ever lie. Let's see. How was my Christmas, Kay? Well, it was very, very good. I got new pairs of kicks. I got a new pair of tennis shoes, which are Nikes. I always wear Nikes. I know, sweatshops, children, slave labor, all that shit. Guys, no, I don't want to hear that shit. I bought some cheap-ass Nikes, okay? Anyway, I picked them out. My mother bought them for me. Let's see what else I got. My wife got me 2 tickets to the Independence Bowl, and that's what I got to show you. She also made me, with her own 2 hands, a hoodie to wear to the game. Hang on. Watch this. I will be representing on the LA Tech side of the field. Yes, I will, boys and girls. Check that shit out. She made that for me today. That is the LA Tech Bulldog moniker in hoodie form. Yes. Cannot wait. My beloved LA Tech Bulldogs. Going to be playing Coastal Carolina. So, yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Vince said, filling, enough said. Okay. Cool. Bills finally scored, but the extra point is blocked. That's, I hate that it says the @ in here, but that is Foxy. That is the rule Fox giving me updates on the game. And this is a beautiful thing. That means it's 13-6 now. And we're rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles. We are. But that's just us. And Kay says, hi, Foxy. Let's see. I love that she did an amazing job. Well, yes, she did, Kay. She does an amazing job at every. I don't know if you've ever seen when I do the comic book show live from Shop Till You Drop. Excuse me. It's a vendor market we do 5 times a year. We just got done with our last one this month, right before Christmas. I think it was the weekend before Christmas, as a matter of fact. Maybe 10 days before Christmas. I'm not sure. But anyway, we do it 5 times a year. The next time we'll do it is in March, right around St. Patrick's Day, I think. I think we always do it right around St. Patrick's Day. Isn't that right, Foxy? Anyway, Yeah, that's when the next one is. We do one in. It's March, I think June, maybe July. It's June or July is the summer one. Then we got 3 in the fall. We got 1 in September, 1 in November. That's the biggest one. I actually have to take a day off from work on a Friday to load out for that one. And then we've got one on the weekend before Christmas. So, yeah, it's a vendor market. You know, people bring their crafts and wares, whatever, you know. Like, for instance, one of Foxy's friends was selling decorations for your yard, big ones for Christmas and shit. You know, Halloween, you know, stuff like that. She does seasonal yard decorations, and she did pretty good from what I heard. Anyway, let's see. She says, I'll probably be at work, but I'll try to tune in if I can. Tune into what, young lady? You mean tomorrow night? Is that what you're talking about? Greetings, my excellent friends. Martin says, it's good to see you. And he says, hello, Joe. It's good to see you, Martin. I don't know if I've had enough alcohol yet. As a matter of fact, I haven't even started the alcohol yet. But I could attempt to do this show as Droopy Dog, but I'm not sure if people would understand everything I'm saying all night long. So I'm going to stop that right now. Anyway, Foxy says, I etch mirrors and glasses. That's not all she does. You saw, she did that hoodie. You've seen me wear privateer hats before. You've seen me drink out of privateer mugs and tumblers. She does everything, man. She does everything. She's the greatest. And she says it's in March. Yeah, in March too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. You guys are saying hi to each other. And, of course, my man wants a couple of videos. He wants that one and he wants this one. So we will oblige him. He wants both. So we will hit him up real quick. They don't even want me to get my shot in, man. They just want videos.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
And that's what I'm saying to the Eagles right now. Let's fucking go. Come on. Get her done. Okay. Let's see. She is creative. Yes, she is. And Vince with the fox. Yes, I love it. Yes. Very cool. Okay. So, you guys grab your cocktail of choice, whatever you're drinking tonight. This is the night I don't have to use the tie-dyed shot glass. I get to use my military police shot glass. Ooh, I'm going to have to get a new soldier before tomorrow night, looks like. This one will be done tonight at some point. Here we go. This is the military police shot glass, guys. I don't know if it's going to zoom in on that or not, but that's the cross pistols of the Military Police Corps, the United States Army Military Police Corps. So you guys grab your cocktail of choice. And bottoms up for the weekend between the holidays. I think I got a video for New Year's. I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure I made one last year. Let's see. Martin says, Rams forever, or until they say the name is whatever cyst. And change it? No, they're not going to. They're going to keep it the Rams. Let's see. Kay says, I don't drink, but enjoy that shot. Thank you, young lady. I appreciate it. And, of course, I've got the virus of unknown origin to wash it down with. Yes. All right. So, the year in review. Big year for me personally. Didn't get much work done on the comic book this year. Of course, it's a slow pace because I got a lot going on in my life, guys. I mean, I do commissions for people. I run this channel. I got I mean, this all sounds like excuses. I really need to find more time. And that's my New Year's resolution, is find more time to work on the comic book. But if you watched the show the other day, you know that I've only gotten a total of about 3 pages inked on this thing this year. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I now know why they have teams of people that do this for a living. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. It's a lot of work. It's MP shot glass. It's an MP shot glass. Yes. It's MP shot glass. It is MP shot glass. Yes. If you guys don't get that, watch tomorrow night. You'll get it. My grandpa also likes Corona. Very nice. Yeah. A little salt and lime. You know why I drink? Seriously, if they still made it, I would drink Zima. That was my favorite bottled alcohol that I ever drank. That was like a beer. It's actually malt liquor. But the reason why I drink this is the salt and lime. Because I really don't like the taste of beer. Now, I'd rather drink whiskey. You know what I mean? My good old Tennessee rock gut. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather drink that. But this gives it a flavor that, I mean, because, guys, let's face it. You guys tell them. This tastes like skunk pee if you don't put this stuff in it. So, you know. But it's tasty with the salt and lime. Let's see. Did I hear the Bears? I think they're leaving Chirac. Yeah, I heard that they're. We can look that up. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get something running here where you guys can see me search for stuff, kind of like Charlie does. This is my version of Charlie's show that he does on Twitch. You know, where he just talks to the folks and you know, share things and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at get the right screen up here. I'm really liking this layout for Talk Studio. I really like this one a lot. Okay, so let's see. Chicago Bears moving. Let's try that first. Chicago Bears moving. Watch Chicago Bears live. No. Chicago Bears consider move to Indiana with effort to secure public funding. This is from NFL.com. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. See if they're full of poop. Bears consider move to Indiana with effort to secure public funding for stadium in Illinois. Let's see. Mulling over Northwest Indiana with, let's see, it took a minute for it to load up. With their efforts to secure public funding, they say they need to build an enclosed stadium in Illinois. Public funding they need to build an enclosed stadium in Illinois stalled. Okay, gotcha. The funding stalled. Team president Kevin Warren insisted Wednesday in an open letter to fans that the team still prefers to build a new home on a tract of land it owns in suburban Arlington Heights, Illinois. He also said the Bears are not using the threat to cross state lines as leverage. This is not about leverage. We spent years trying. This is Warren talking. Spent years trying to build a new home in Cook County. We invested significant time and resources evaluating multiple sites and rationally decided on Arlington Heights. Our fans deserve a world-class stadium. Our players and coaches deserve a venue that matches the championship standard that they strive to every day. So, yeah, they're considering it, but it looks like they'd rather do it in Illinois. So, who knows what's going on right now at this point? But that's straight from NFL NFL.com. So I'd listen to that more than anything else. I mean, let me put it to you this way. I don't pay attention to. First of all, I don't pay attention to ESPN. Okay, I deplore ESPN right now because they have geared every sports show they have towards gambling, and I'm just. You guys know my history with that. I am not down with that. But I do watch NFL Network because I love the NFL. It's the only sport I watch, follow closely, and I'm very passionate about it. I love it. I played the game when I was a kid. I was bigger than everybody else at a very young age, and I was an offensive and defensive tackle. And once I got into middle school and started to get taller and skinnier, I started breaking bones, and when I broke my clavicle bone playing football, I stopped. That's your clavicle's right here. It's your collarbone. And I had a guy tackle me, and all his weight. This is one of the things they call in the NFL now. They call it when somebody puts their entire body weight on the top of you for this very reason. You can break bones pretty easily when you do that. These are 300-pound guys burying 200-pound guys. You know what I'm saying? Or 150-pound guys. You get hurt. But anyway, let's see. What are we talking about here? I think Dad does also, but then again, I haven't seen my dad in over 7 years. Well, I hope you see him sooner than that. Let's see. I prefer Soul over Corona, Vincent says. Don't know why. Okay. I'm not a beer person. So the accoutrement makes it taste good for me. So, yeah, Corona is overrated. It's not bad, but it is also not that good. Yeah, I hear you. It's also in every Mexican restaurant that look. If a gun was put to my wife's head, and she was told she could only eat one kind of food the rest of her life, it'd be Mexican food. So the Coronas are there. Yeah. CRC is still going. His mouth. Haha. Don't worry about it, man. Vince, feel no pressure, man. Feel no pressure. I'll be here for a couple of hours. Stop by and say hi. Let's see. Okay, says Joe was my #1 viewed channel all year on YouTube. I was like, this how you know I enjoy Joe's content. Wow. I'm glad to see that, Kay. Of course, it might have something to do with your boyfriend doing most of his streaming with me this year. I try to get him to do stuff on his own, but he just he likes to have a crowd with him. He's not the only one that's like that. I know other people that are like that. I can do it like this easily. It's not because I like the sound of my own voice. Nothing like that. It's just I have a good time just interacting and seeing what we find out, man. Let's see. But I appreciate you watching, okay? No doubt. I really appreciate you watching. Vince giving a thumbs up. Yeah. You know what's up, man. Let's see. Small Time Republic. How are you, my friend? This is a guy I miss very much. And I got to meet him in person this year. And by the way, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I'm going to the Independence Bowl, man. Look for me on TV. Let's see. He says, David Pollock said he has turned down big paychecks from gambling sites wanting to sponsor his podcast. I respect that. Yeah, I mean, look, man, you should respect that because, yeah, I'm sure if anything's popular, gambling's going to try and get involved with it. One of my favorite YouTubers, as a matter of fact, let me find him real quick and I'll show you guys, because I always like to push the guys that I like. He's a big Denver Broncos fan. You guys probably follow him too if you're a football fan. Let me think about what was the last video I watched of his. Let me hit my history. That's going to be the easiest way to find it, I think. Hang on. I know you guys aren't seeing this. Let's see. I know he's in here somewhere. This is my history, guys. I find half of my... I'll sit there and just queue up a video just to watch it later and just look through my history. Here he is. That's good sports. Love this guy. Love this guy. Go check out his channel. That's Good Sports. He's awesome. His name is Brandon Perna. Okay, and he's funny as hell. He does some of the greatest sports commentary out there, man. And he's a big Denver Broncos fan. You can tell by the colors he's got on his screen. But what I think is funny is half of his broadcast looks like an old bowling thing on a Sunday. You know what I mean? It's hilarious, man. If you're into old sports and stuff, it's really, really, really good stuff. He's really excited about how his team's doing. But I follow this guy. I highly recommend his show that he does every week. It's called Real Winners and Losers. You should watch that. That is a friggin' great show. He gives you information about every game, but he does it in a comical way. I'm just telling you, Brandon is a very funny guy. You should follow this guy. But one of his biggest sponsors is a gambling site. But he tells you, one thing I do, you can't blame the guy for taking their money. I don't have, if they came to me and wanted to partner up and do a pregame party, I probably would turn them down too, depending on what the money's like. But if I decided to take it, I'd do what this guy does. He tells you straight up, yeah, this is my sponsor, but only spend the money if you've got it. If you don't have the money for it, he always preaches responsible gambling. And I don't think he's a gambler at all. I think he just loves football. But he does have a sports betting site that sponsors him. So, yeah, it's, it's a double-edged sword. But when I watch my sports stuff, I don't want to hear about gambling. And for him, he doesn't do spreads or anything like that in his content. He just talks about how good teams are doing. I mean, you just go watch this guy. It's hilarious. I'll put it in the chat so you guys can see it, the link. As a matter of fact, speaking of links, let me go ahead and put that in there. And I've got to bring up Rumble so I can make sure that I'm not missing anybody over there, because I forgot to get the damn thing going over on Rumble this morning for the football show. Let's see. Come on, man. Making me verify to make sure I'm not a friggin' bot. I'm not a bot. Okay. So let's see who's over here in the chat. Nobody's over in the chat, but I'm gonna keep it up just in case. Okay, so Brandon Perna, it's a fantastic channel. You should check it out. Whenever you have a chance, check it out. I'm telling you, that's really good. And his power rankings. He has a curse wheel that he spins in his power rankings. And it is so damn funny when he does it, because what happens is, the top 10 teams he has in his power rankings, they're on there, and he'll spin the wheel, and whichever one comes up usually gets cursed. It's the curse wheel is what it is. And it works almost every time. Oh, my God. It hit on the Chiefs so many times this year. It wasn't even funny. But, yeah, it's great stuff. Let's see. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat real quick where you guys can see it. There you go. Brandon Perna. Go give that guy a subscribe. He is funny as all get out, and it's great sports coverage. Even if you're not a sports fan, he is funny as fuck, the way he does stuff. But anyway, yeah, I tend to not watch ESPN. I'll take all my NFL news from the NFL Network. Let's see what else we got here. Kay said, well, as Jed would say, my dad's, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I know. No problem. Let's see. Kay says, not just because my husband, but I do like watching your content, even when he's not around. I hear you. Look, he's a busy guy. And I tell everybody, man, like when I saw Matt this year, he's taking a break from streaming, and, he may never do it again, but I love his commentary, man. And I love him being here watching. I met him through Wes Whatevercast, And you don't see him here anymore. He's tired of the YouTube BS. I catch him on his Patreon. I think he does some Rumble stuff every once in a while. It's usually gaming stuff. But, you know, Matt is a great guy, and I really miss him. But I tell everybody, you're always invited, never obligated. Like, you know, I've only been actually streaming full time for like 3 years now. And I've seen guys come and go in those 3 years, you know. I try to stick to a regular schedule so you guys know where I'm going to be on and all that good stuff. Let's see. Vince says, don't say that. CRC has been live for 5 hours and 20 minutes now. We'll see who ends their stream first. Laugh out loud. Well, I mean, he's drawn. He's drawn and he's bullshit with his friends. There's nothing wrong with that. He can have a good old time, man. That's up to him. Let's see. Foxy says, Bills down by 7 points, 8 seconds to go on the goal line. Oh, my God. They just scored going for 2. Did they get it? I wonder. Oh, my God. Look who is here. And he's requesting a video. No, boys and girls. His name is not Fuck Headquarters 2005. No, it's not. His name is actually...
There are some who call me Tim.
And he says, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
All right. It's good to see you, Tim. Really good to see you, man. And he wants the other one, too. I swear to God. I guess these videos will follow me for the rest of time.
Yeah, there you go.
That's got to be one of the greatest football cadences of all time, though. I mean, Dak's never going to win a championship in Dallas, but boy, did he create something with Here We Go, didn't he? I mean, my gosh. Wow. That's too cool. Matt says ESPN bet ended up failing, which it should. You can't be a news organization and a gambling front at the same time. You just can't. Let's see. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Oh, dude. Matt, you are loved by more than me. Trust me. Knock misses you all the time. He used to love bantering back and forth because you got the same kind of sense of humor. You know what I mean? Half your jokes, you guys, just fly right over my head, man. I'm so busy concentrating doing the shows, but you guys come up with the funniest shit. You really do. Let's see. 2-point attempt failed, so that means it's 12-13. I'm going to have to bring this up just so we can see where they're at. Oh, my gosh. Let me get the... It should be in here. There it is. There's NFL. Bum. It's 12-13. 5 seconds left. What? This is about to go final? Who's got the ball? The Eagles? Yes! Let me tell you something. My dad is from Boston, Massachusetts. So... you know, I am a huge Seahawks fan. You see who my team is right here. It's on my head. And yes, we will be playing, depending on what happens tonight, we may be playing for all the marbles next week with the San Francisco 49ers. But I root for the New England Patriots so I don't get disowned by my father. So there's one thing in this house that me and my wife agree on when it comes to football. And I am lucky to have a wife that likes football. She enjoys it. I taught her the game. I you know, after 2 failed marriages, I actually got smart, told my wife I was addicted to football. If I have an addiction in the world, it is football. And she said, I've never really watched it, but teach me the game. I'll see if I like it. Well, now she's worse than me. You know, she's always looking up who's playing, who's injured, blah, 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 you know. She's a Miami Dolphins fan, and I'm a New England Patriots fan. Now, as a Patriots fan, I am not allowed to root for the New England Patriots until the Dolphins are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, because I am lucky enough to have a wife that watches football, right? So I go ahead and I root for her team until they're eliminated, because my main team is over in the NFC. It has nothing to do with them. right? Well, they were eliminated earlier this year, so I get to root for the Patriots now. But one thing we agree on totally is that we hate the New York Jets and we hate the Buffalo Bills. The other two teams in that division. We can't stand those two teams. Love it. And I think, let me refresh this page. It's still 5 minutes to go. Come on. This has got to be over by now. Hang on. Let me pull this over here where you guys can see it. And throw it up there. It says 5 minutes to go. And the Eagles have the ball. Let's see. Let's keep refreshing. See if it goes final. Not yet. I don't know what's going on there. Don't know. But it looks like they tush push. Did they get in there? Oh, they call it. That must have been the touchdown. That must have been the touchdown. But they didn't get the 2-point conversion. That's right. We don't like you, Buffalo. I just think it's funny that this guy that the NFL wants to win so bad, they keep changing the rules for him. He can't win. I love it. Anyway, let's see. Tim says, and he's also the employee of the month at work for January. Really? Tim, get out of town. Now, Tim, what do you do for a living? If you feel like sharing it, please, I would love to. You're the employee of the month. You know what some would say about that? No. I was that kind of guy. I was a leader at work, too. Let's see. Onside kick recovered by the Eagles. Yes. So, therefore, it should be over with. Championship formation for the Eagles. Yes. Final score, 13-12. Yes. I guess the NFL Network just doesn't want to let people believe that the Buffalo Bills are out of it. Because I just refreshed it again. Look, I just refreshed it again, and it still says there's 5 seconds left in the game. Hang on. Let me refresh it again. It's finally gone final. There we go. It's gone final. Yay. The Eagles win. I told my fellow panelists on the football show they would win today. Matter of fact, I'm the only guy that picked the Eagles today. I got the other afternoon game way wrong. I said the home team would win between the Giants and the Raiders because they were playing for the first draft pick, you know. And I figured the home team would win because they both suck. No, the Giants laid the wood to them fools, man. What was the final score of that one? Good Lord. Let's see. Oh, yeah, 34-10. The Giants beat the shit out of the Raiders today. Too much. Let's see. Tim says, I'm a bagger at work and the guy who also does the odds and ends there too, if called upon. Gotcha. Very cool, man. Very cool. Let's see. Congrats on winning that, Matt says to you, Tim. Congratulations on Employee of the Month. Very cool, man. Very cool. So, 2025, boys and girls. What did you like? What did you not like? I'm going to look up on here the best and the worst of 2005. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. Let's hit the internet and see what the internet says was the best.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Now, just to recap, if you don't follow the channel as closely as some, this year was it was a change for me this year. Had to change a lot of things. My mother, who I'd gone to see like I usually do every September, see how she's doing. She was living with my Aunt Mary. Well, my Aunt Mary passed away in March. And that meant that my mother was going to be living in rural Maine by herself. And that's something me and my brother just weren't down with. So, you guys know the story. I went up there and we got her stuff all. My Aunt Kay was she was the main person on point up there. She actually was taking some time off, and she went up there and helped Mom pack everything up. I was there for the loadout of everything, and went and got Mom and brought her down here, and she lives with us now. I had to remodel some of the house. I mean, it was a lot of work at the beginning of the year. So that's why I didn't, get as much work as I wanted to do on my private projects. And it's a definite change. It takes up a lot of my time. Not that I'm complaining at all, guys. I mean, this is life. This is what happens, I'm the eldest son of the family, and I live in the house that she gave me. So it is my privilege to take care of her, and she is right next door. That's why many of you know I used to do the video game show on Tuesdays, and I moved it to Mondays earlier so that I could get it done before 8:30, because she's asleep by that time, and I'm right next door to her now. So big change, and my wife has been amazing helping out with this, and she was a nurse. I mean, I tell people all the time, everything happens for a reason. My higher power, and just so you guys know, I'm a Christian. I'm not a Bible thumping Christian, but I do go to church every Sunday, and I try to live my life the right way. And I cannot tell you enough that I have seen it over and over and over again in my life. Nothing happens by accident. This is what the Lord had in store for her. It's what He had in store for me. So we're making the best of it. And when I talked to my wife about it, she said exactly what I thought she'd say. I'm lucky enough to have my parents alive. Hers are gone. And if her dad was elderly and needed a place, that he'd be right here with us too. So anyway, I take her to an outing 3 times a week whenever they're open. I mean, right now it's only 1 time a week. The Mondays these 2 weeks. It's the Council on Aging down here, and she enjoys that. And I try and get her out of the house as much as I can. But sometimes you have to say no. I mean, sometimes you've got things to do in your life. So it's a balance, and we're getting there. She's helped me out with a lot of things, and I've helped her out with a lot of things, and we're going to continue to do that, But anyway, that was the big change for me this year. Other than that, it's been schedule as usual. There's certain milestones every year we look forward to. Look forward to GeekCon every year. You guys know about that. I talk about it all the time. The shows we do, look forward to that. I love doing the artwork for people and stuff like that. So that's going to continue. And I've got to make a commitment to work on the comic book more. I've got to get that done. I know there's a lot of people that want to see that thing. Nobody more than Jimmy Bailey. Shout out to my man in Maryland. I think he's in Silver Springs. Great guy. If you've watched Sketching the Privateer from the beginning, he was the co-host of that for about the first, I think, almost 100 episodes. So until he got a job that pays him really well, and his streaming career was over. But he's got his own stories. The Justifiers is his deal, and I hope he does really well with that too. Anyway, let's see. Vince says grabbing some coffee first. Let's see. 5 hours and 36 minutes. She's finally done grabbing some coffee first. Martin says, come on, people, hit the like button. Oh, hey, man. I try not to beg for that stuff, but I appreciate you saying that, Martin, to support the channel. Yeah. If you're tuning in, hit the like button. Costs you nothing, Spread the word about the show, and, tell people to subscribe, all of this stuff is free. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see. We are going to check out 2005, the best and the worst. First of all, let's search best of 2025. I said 2005. I know. I'm old. What do you want? All right, look at this. Variety's got something there already. Let's check out the AI real quick. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed or not. People are getting sick and tired of AI already. They're getting sick and tired of already. I have found a great use for it. I love the thumbnails I can make with that stuff. It was funny. I've got like, I want to say it's about 6 pages on Facebook that I know Facebook. Who uses that? Well, old people do. They keep up with their families. All right, that's what they do. Anyway, I think I'm on like 6 comic book pages. Independent comic book pages that do different things, right? And I decided to, I've been using Grok to animate my my thumbnails, and my my advertising things that say the time for the stream and everything. And it comes up with some cool stuff. And so I put it up on one of these sites. Now, one of the independent things says no AI. And so, and I think I put up one of those animated thumbnails one time on there, and somebody said, can you read? It says no AI. It said something really smart ass. I said, look, man, it's just an advertisement. I don't use AI when I'm doing my comic book. And they kept hammering it. I was like, okay, fine. So I just used the static one that I make now. But a lot of people getting sick of this stuff. But I do use it. There's a place for it, though. It's a tool, I've seen Ethan Van Sciver has been making this. He's got this video, guys. Go check it out. Ethan does some fucking crazy shit. I know. He's the Rush Limbaugh of comic books. I understand. I know. He's arrogant as fuck. But hey, he's got every right to be. Guy has worked in the comic book industry before, and he's very good at what he does. But he made this fucking trailer for, oh my God, it was hilarious. I watched it last night. It was, it's JFK's assassination, right? And you remember the theme for The Sopranos? It's the opening of The Sopranos, but it's for JFK's assassination kind of thing. It's fucking hilarious, man. I'm watching this thing. You see Air Force One coming in. You see, well, shit. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I know. Let's get to what we're talking about tonight. That's 2025. Vince says, "Gentlemen, you had my interest, but now you have my attention," or something like that. Okay, man. But let's see what AI has to say. Several publications. Blah 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 blah. I'm not going to read all that crap, but oh my gosh, let's see. Additional stand-up films. Oh, okay, they're saying a bunch of stuff here, but I'm not reading all that. You guys can look it up. It's on, I think this is on Brave's search engine, so you can check that out anytime you want to. But let's see. Let's see what Variety says. We'll check out both of these. First, Variety. Let's check them out. Let's see what they say. Of course, these guys are going to name a bunch of shit that just came out that nobody's seen, right? That's what they're going to do. Let's see. Best movies of 2025. Let me go ahead and bookmark that too. Okay. Oh my God, look at this. I watched this the other day, by the way, guys. Oh my God. That movie's so over the top, it's not even funny. I will tell you this, though. The final scene, and I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just telling you, if you've seen this movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Whoever made that is a big fan of two things. One, Empire Strikes Back. Okay? Empire Strikes Back, because the speeder scene where the speeder's looking for Luke and Han, where it keeps, going up and down in the snowdrifts. Okay. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. They're a big fan of that, and they're a big fan of Mad Max. The original Mad Max movie. You meld those two things together, you got the final scene of that flick. I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I watched it. I can't comment on something if I don't watch it now, can I, guys? I can't comment on it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to finish watching K-pop Demon Hunters. I forgot to put that on the thumbnail. I feel so bad for not doing that, man. I don't know if you got. I've shown you guys this, but the thumbnail is already up for Wednesday's show where we're going to do all this stuff, the movies and all the good shit on State of the Atmosphere. And let's see, do I have it here? I haven't on this one yet. Let's see. This is it right here. Yeah, I've got a lot of the stuff that came out this year, but I didn't put the K-pop Demon Hunters on there. You know what I mean? I'm big into superhero movies, so of course I had the Fantastic Four and Superman on there. Sinners, undeniably, was the sleeper hit of the year for sure, for a lot of people. So was Weapons. That's the movie I consider to be the best movie this year. That's just me, my humble opinion. I loved fucking Weapons. Thought it was great. That's why I got James Brolin in his vest up there. But I put the girl that was pregnant shooting the machine gun because that's just, it's over the top, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that movie, guys. I'm just not. Kudos to friggin' Sean Penn and DiCaprio and Del Toro and all of them for selling out with the script and everything. But wow, I mean, there's nobody to root for in this movie except the kid, and the kid ends up. Well, I gotta say this about the kid. The kid in that movie. Hang on, let me get rid of this thumbnail thing. Shit. I will say this: the kid in that movie at least was likable. The kid was likable, and the kid ends up being like she's basically a protester at the level of like Zendaya and everything she does, like Zendaya and fucking Spider-Man Homecoming, right? I want to get some light protesting in. That's what she ends up being, but everybody else in that movie is just garbage human beings. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. The only one I felt for was DiCaprio. That was the only one I felt for. And I couldn't feel too much for him. Because I when I was a bartender, I smoked dope. But I didn't smoke near as much as this dude did. He smoked so much dope he couldn't remember his passwords. That was funny, though. But, I mean, it's just, God, it's so over the top. So over the top. It's so racist. That movie is racist as all get out. My God, it's racist. Wow, it's bad. But these people that are calling it just a triumph and the greatest movie ever, please, come on, give me a break. What are you watching? It's ridiculous. Martin says, Kami Joe. Hang on, let's see. Oh, God, they've been saying a lot of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Vince, back and to the left. Back and to the left. Back and to the left. One of the greatest versions of Seinfeld ever, right? Small Time Republic says EVS is obsessed with Eric July. Yes, he is. And it's... Look, it's a bad obsession. It really is. If you don't like this guy's stuff, great, whatever. But he's trying to monetize Eric, is what it is. He tries to monetize everything. Hey, like I said, he's the Rush Limbaugh of comics. You have to give him a salute. The guy's done the job. As a comic book artist myself now that I'm doing it, I have to recognize that the guy's talented. He's very talented, but he's got talent on loan from God. That's something I couldn't stand that Rush Limbaugh said, and I know he was just joking about it and stuff, but he just sounded so nose up in the air. Just I couldn't. A lot of the right wing guys that people listen to all the time, I can't listen to. I really can't. Rush I couldn't listen to because he was too arrogant. About the only one that I can listen to, I'll tell you the two guys that I really enjoyed listening to when I was listening to a lot of political stuff. And I barely glaze over it now. I try and just watch some news and that kind of thing, but I read more than I do anything else now. And even that you have to filter. I mean, some of these headlines they give you are just crazy. But the two guys I will always enjoy listening to are Michael Savage, first of all. That guy was, he was hilarious. I loved him to death. Borders, Language, Culture, I think that one of the greatest taglines a right-wing political operative ever had. It's a fact. Okay? It's just, you might not agree with Mike, and he is in the heart of leftism. He lives in San Francisco. Okay? That's where he's at. San Francisco, the heart of it. And, he was very based. Hey, Joel, a squirrel. Yeah, Martin, get off base. I know. Let's see, because EVS totally doesn't want to latch on to the success of Rippaverse, right? Yeah. Could you imagine what would have happened? And look, I don't know if you followed that whole thing, but he was shaking hands with Rippa at the beginning. He was trying to help him out. He really was. And when he was shunned by him, that's when he became obsessed with ruining Rippa. That's for sure. I've stopped buying Rippaverse comic books, not because of EVS. Just because I wanted to help him out to start with. If he puts out something I like, I'll get it. But he really hasn't put too much out that I like. I got Alpha Core. I got the one about the girl. Can't even remember the name of the damn character now. And then I got the first two Isums. And I think I got a couple of other ones. But and when he puts something out I like, I'll get it. But I haven't seen much since that I like. Commie Joe. I am not Commie Joe. Give me a break. What, the Antifa movie? Yes, that one. I can't comment on it if I haven't seen it. Vince says, I do it all the time. The most movies are so uninspired that none can tell the difference. I've seen it or not. Yeah, well, I mean, you really can't form an opinion unless you've seen it. I'll tell you something else about the movie. It's predictable as all get out. It is very predictable. Let's see. Vince says, besides, they pull all the best, funniest scenes in the trailer. Yeah. I mean, look, he's a stoner that can't remember anything. Ugh. Let's see. I can't listen to Hannity. That's the other guy that I can't. I was going to say, I was talking about Rush Limbaugh. Hannity, he sits there and talks about leftist talking points all the time, and he repeats right-wing talking points over and over and over again. I cannot listen to him either. It drives me absolutely up the wall. I like Michael Savage back in the day. Yeah, he's not on anymore, but Matt says, or as he calls it, San Francisco. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Martin says, that's what a commie would say. Stop it, Martin. Stop it, dude. The guy's a good director. The story was for shit. It was horrible. Look, it's an anti-Trump film. No matter what they say, it's an anti-Trump film. That's exactly what it is. And it's whatever. I'm not a big Trump champion, but I'm not a hater either. I just, I just knew in the last election I wasn't going to vote for a wine mom that wasn't even vetted through the through the primary system. I wasn't going to do that, especially when the girl, and yes, I was pulling for a girl in 2020. I wanted to, and she was a Democrat. Believe it or not. Yeah, I know. Martin's about to say Commie Joe some more. But she's actually she's the director of national intelligence now. Anyway, I watched her, Miss Tulsi Gabbard, just destroy the girl that ended up becoming the vice president and trying to run for president without even going through the primary system. She nuked her so bad in a debate that her money dried up and she had to quit the race within 10 days after that debate. Nah, that's okay. No thanks. That's all right. I'll vote for the guy that did pretty good the first time he was president. Yeah, he got some guys in there that weren't so good, but figured he learned his lesson. Here's the thing about Trump. I wish he'd shut up every once in a while. The latest example was when Rob Reiner died. What he said about Rob Reiner's death, how he died of TDS. Oh, good Lord. I mean, I understand some people love him because of his arrogant, the way he talks and everything, how he just slams people. But come on, man. The guy just died. He was just murdered by his own son. You're going to say that shit about him? Come on, bro. Just shut up. Just do your job and shut the fuck up. Please. Just do that for us, will you? Okay. Let's see. Vince says, I kind of like Greg Gutfeld. Yeah. If I'm going to watch something late night, it's definitely Gutfeld. He's funny. Yeah. But remember this, he's a comedian. Okay? For sure. Uh-oh. Not even requested. The foxy one has shown up with a brew. I was about to have a shot.
Well, I noticed you were about.
She's watching the show, guys. I feel so blessed. She's watching the show and watching whether or not I have a beer. Tell me I'm not loved. Tell me I'm not loved. Mwah, I love you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And by the way, hand me my hoodie. This is her latest creation for me to wear at the Independence Bowl. Check it out if I can get it past the wires. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yes. Thank you, Babu. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll be out to watch most of the rest of the game. It hasn't kicked off yet, has it? No. Okay. Big game tonight. I'm a big Bears fan tonight, boys and girls. But yeah, if I'm going to watch something late night, it's going to be Gutfeld. We are at the 1 hour mark, and we haven't talked anything about 2005 except for one battle after another. But we are going to get off of that and get on some of the better stuff, I think. But first off, we have to get our cocktail and hit it, boys and girls. Grab whatever you're drinking. I've got the... Come on. Zoom in on it. It just won't do it. That is a pair of flintlocks is what it is, guys. The symbol for the infantry in the U.S. Army is crossed flintlock rifles. Okay? This is crossed flintlock pistols. And that's the symbol of the Military Police Corps. Cheers, boys and girls. All right. Let's see. Let me get back where we were. Martin says, nah, I like Tulsi too. Yeah, I've liked her. A lot of people had issues with her gun position and, her being a global warming person. But she's not really a global warming person. First of all, she's Hawaiian, okay? So if you know anything about the Hawaiians, they're ecologists anyway. They're more conservationists than anything. Is what they are. But a lot of people had issue with her gun policies when she was first in the House of Representatives there. And that all changed when she had a gun pulled on her in public, and she actually had security with her, and that changed a lot. Let's see. There was a group photo, Vince says, with Trump and his circle, and the title was "All These People Used to Be Democrats." Well, he was a Democrat. My gosh, he's from New York. I mean, add 2 and 2. He was. But he's a businessman. And any businessman is a conservative. Trust me. They don't want anybody dealing with their money, and they don't want anybody messing with their money. Okay? So, yeah. Everybody's saying hi to Foxy. Yes, yes, yes. She is the greatest. Let's see. Vince says 2005. I think at that time I was too drunk to remember anything. I keep saying 2005. I can't believe it's 2025. Vince says dark times. Yeah, I hear you. Comic Relief Crusader has stepped in. Yo, man, what's going on? It's good to see you, Mike. And yes, I mean it. I do a football show on Sunday mornings, and I would love to get on your drawing show. And I'll make my camera. I do everything on iPad using Procreate. It's the cheap man's. I think you use Adobe Photoshop, don't you? I think. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think you use that. I use Procreate because anybody that owns an iPad gets that for free. So, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but you know what? It's very user-friendly. That's for sure. Let's see. Comic Relief Crusader says, 100% greet you. It's collab, dude. Yeah, no doubt. I imagine. I've watched it a couple of times, for sure. He says, I'll send you an invite next week. Look, I'm not going to be able to get on there until after football season. Okay? After football season, I can shuffle some things around and then I can get on there. Yeah. I won't have to do as much prep for things. Or I'll have that time to prep me and my brother's show kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because me and my brother do a show every Sunday at 6 o'clock. That's what this window's filling up right now. Martin says, Comic Relief Crusader, either the baddest Autobot or the goodest Decepticon. I like it. I use Clip Studio Paint. It's for manga and comics. Okay. Clip Studio Paint. Is that a free program? Is that something you download? I mean, I'm an idiot when it comes to this stuff. I know a lot of people think us streamers know everything about computer. We don't. Trust me. I learned all of this through fucking Google. And other streamers like Comic Relief Crusader. I learned a lot of this stuff from them. Clinton stepped in when she commented on Trump not paying taxes. He just replied, that makes me smart. The people could get behind that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Look. How do I put this best? Trump is that politically active uncle you've got that you wish he would shut up every once in a while. That's what he is. He's a regular guy, man. He is not a saint. He is a businessman. When you hear the word businessman, remember this. They're this close to being a criminal. Okay? They pull every string they can to use less money to make more money. Okay? Two people do that. Businessmen and gangsters. Okay? That's just the way it is. Okay? So just remember that. But he really the reason why he got elected the first time was because he wasn't a politician. He was saying what we all thought. You know what I mean? So I'll never forget when I was working at Libby Glass, and I had a fellow military friend. He was in the Navy for years, African-American gentleman. He was about 20 years younger than me, though. He was young. He was just getting married for the first time and stuff. He lives in Dallas now. Great guy. I keep up with him on Facebook. But the first time he was running for office, I was smoking back then. I did a lot of talking in the smoking area. Oh my God, you should have heard how they were picking my brain about Batman versus Superman when that movie was coming out. Holy shit. Too funny. But anyway, we used to have discussions all the time about Trump and he didn't think he was racist at all. But he kept telling me, Joe, do you hear what this guy's saying? How can you take him seriously? I said, dude, you've got to look at the policies he wants to do. Stop listening to what the exact words he's saying, I said, I understand. And anybody that's taken a speech class, a regular college speech class, will tell you this. If you don't make clear and concise statements, you're distorting your message. And that's what Trump does. He distorts his message all the time. He amplifies it way too high, or he goes way too low with it. Okay? He distorts the shit out of his message every time. You know? He probably thought it was cool to say what he said about Rob Reiner's death. He probably thought it was cool as hell to say what he said. He obviously did, because he typed it and put it out there. Anybody that's typed something, they really feel that way. I thought it was in poor taste because the man just died. It's too soon. Yes, too soon. Okay, let's see. Comic Relief said, "Okay, gotcha." Yeah, I'll be too busy. These guys are laughing at each other. Comic Relief Crusader says, free trial, but buying mainly extra features for the advanced program, like doing animation, which I want to do. Really? You want? Oh, hey, man. Don Bluth started somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. Seems like you're more into the anime style. Am I correct about that? Just wondering. Let's see. Vince says Kevin O'Leary also tries to push the left. MSNBC and CNN. Back to reality. Yeah. I really don't know much. I've heard his name, but I don't know much about him. And Comic Relief Creator says true. Okay, very cool. Check out Critta. That's what Vince was saying. Check out Critta. Okay. Anyway, let's get back into this. 2025. Anything? I really want to hear what you guys liked in 2025 when it comes to the movies. Okay? I really want to know what you think of that. Please tell me. Let's see what this list from Variety says. Number 1, Dreams. 17-year-old Joanne discovers love vicariously in the pages of a book. And when that overwhelming feeling towards another person strikes her for the first time, her instinct is to put it down in words. For a time, her heightened emotional state, an adolescent obsession with a teacher named Joanne. Oh my God, here we go. What is with you, Hollywood? You got to have some underage chick being... Look, Hollywood. We all thought like this when we were kids. Every one of us males had a friggin' teacher that we were in love with. Believe that. We did. Okay? You don't need to make movies about it. You know, our friends told us we were full of shit when we said it out loud. Okay? Get over it. Come on. That's just... Why do they keep doing movies like this? Good Lord. I think the last one I saw was Mystic Pizza. I didn't even know what it was about, and I turned it off after 5 minutes. I was like, what the fuck is this? Okay, next up. Let's see what else they got. That's number 1. Number 2, Suleiman's Story. Operating in the urgent, ripped from reality style of Dardenne Brothers. Dardenne Brothers. I don't know who that is, but we can check it out. French director. Look out. Let's see where this goes. Boris... Somebody pronounce that for me. I don't know what it is. Focuses our attention on a single, intensely relatable example of Europe's immigration crisis. An earnest, if not entirely honest, Guinea refugee seeking asylum in Paris. The film reveals a far less romantic side of the iconic city. Oh my God, really? Hang on. This might... Hang on, let's see. exposing challenges I'd never considered. How those without papers must pay exorbitant fees to opportunistic middlemen, for example, for the daily struggle for a place to sleep. Wow. Look, man. Okay. Now I got to pull this down again. The subject matter in that one is immigration. And look, people have been trying to come to this country for years. All of us are immigrants. None of us, unless we're Native Americans, actually are from this country. Our lineage. But nobody can deny at this point that the previous administrations have tried to flood this country with immigrants from several different countries, not just our southern border, boys and girls, several different countries, and to manipulate outcomes of elections. Now, that is a fact. Anybody that says different is out of their minds. And I can tell you this, anybody that has not come to this country legally, the people that did and went through the whole process, they are probably the most unsympathetic people to those folks. Because they went through the entire process. They assimilated. They learned the language. They went through everything you have to do to become an American citizen and raised their hand and swore the oath. That's how much they wanted it. Okay? Now, I'm not saying these people that came over don't want it. Okay? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the administration, the previous administration that tried to flood our country with these folks, a lot of people call them traitors. I understand why they do. To the victors go the spoils. They got their way. The pendulum has swung back. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, let's see. Hollywood has a child fetish. No fucking doubt about it. I don't... Look, guys. I wanted to be an actor when I was a kid. I really did. I wish I could find the VHS video that this company had me do. I was on a stage. I did one of my favorite movies is a movie called Ordinary People. It's the first... God love him. We lost Robert Redford this year. It was the first movie he ever directed. It was called Ordinary People. And I did the scene where... oh, God, what's that kid's name that's in that movie? Good gosh almighty. Hang on. Let's pull it up real quick. I don't want to say the wrong names. One of my favorite movies ever. Okay. Ordinary People. There it is right there. Boom. IMDb page. Bam, bam. We love IMDb. You know we do. I did that scene right there. Yeah. That one right there. If you've ever seen the movie, you know the scene I'm talking about. I did that one. Where he has the epiphany. The accidental death of an older son of an affluent family deeply strains the relationships among bitter mother, the good-natured father, and the guilt-ridden younger son. It's about survivor's guilt. That's what this movie's about, and it's extremely great. Judd Nelson, you older folks will remember him from Taxi. He plays the psychiatrist that's working with the young man here. I can't remember his name. What was his name? This thing says Judd Hirsch. I know that's not right. That is not right. Where's... Oh, yeah. Okay. Judd Hirsch is him. Yeah, all right. Timothy Hutton. That's it. From Leverage. You guys... Today, you might know him from the show Leverage. I loved Timothy Hutton when I was a kid. I thought he was awesome. He was in a movie called Taps, if you've ever seen that one. You'll see a very young Tom Cruise in that movie. I'm hoping... I don't know. Martin, have you guys done that on Military Monday or not? Have you done that yet? He's the main character in that movie. And I love that flick. I could watch that movie on a loop. I was in ROTC when I was a kid. And let's see if it's even on his filmography. It should be. Let's see if it's in his known for. Ordinary People, Leverage, Beautiful. It's not even in there. You got to be kidding me. Where's Taps at? That was way back. We're talking 80s. Was it 81? No. Yeah, it was 81. There we go. This is one of the greatest movies you'll ever see, boys and girls. This one right here. Check him out. He's at a military academy. George C. Scott's in it. But the guy that makes the whole movie for me is a guy named Ronnie Cox. He's awesome. But anyway, we're gonna do a watch along of this on my channel one of these days because I love this movie. And a very young Tom Cruise is in this flick. He's the leader. Well, shit. You know what? Just because I can, it's my channel. We're gonna watch the trailer. That's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Let's grab this and put it on my Google. My Google Chrome. Let's see. Boom. There we go. And we'll take that and we will share it. Hang on, guys. Bear with me. We're going to get to what you guys like and what you don't like here in a second. Let me go ahead and do this real fast. Let's see. Yeah, we want that one. We want that one. And we want to share. And we want to take it over here and put it on this screen so it fits a little better. And then we're going to go ahead and share it. Let's see. I think that's the second one. Yeah. Okay. So, you guys let me know if you can hear this or not. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Yep, I've got the right one. Okay. So, let me pause this real quick. We're going to watch the trailer real fast for this thing. It's a great movie, too. I'm going to have to comment through it. So, just to make sure it doesn't, bust us up or anything. But let's catch up with the chat first. Hang on. I queued it up. Let's catch up with the chat first. I want to make sure we get... Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Comic Relief Crusader says, I love American comics, and I like Japanese stories telling the art form as well. So, yes. Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, I figured as much. I've been watching your stuff for a while. Let's see. Dreams sounds like a hot, steaming pile of crap. You know what, Martin? It does sound like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Anytime I hear a young person in love with an older person, or vice versa, it's just creepy. Okay, I know 2025 had bad movies, but is that really on the best list? Yeah. That's Variety, though. Remember the source. We're talking Hollywood trade, right? That's what it is, right? Let's see. Hollywood has a child fetish. We know that. Yep. Hey, there are many French movies out there. Yes, absolutely. I'm not saying they're all bad or anything. It's just that one right there. Let's see. But there is a difference between immigrant and a settler. Yeah, there's a big difference between the two. Yes. Send link. Link to what? What do you need a link for? What do you need a link for, buddy? What did I miss? I get off on a tangent and I forget what I'm doing. Let me know what link you need. Yes, illegals that are getting special treatment and free stuff are just a slap in the face to all immigrants who did it the right way. Absolutely, Vince. Yes, absolutely. And I have several friends like that. And I have a friend who was in America on a visa when COVID started, and her renewal got delayed. Guess what? She went back home while her visa application was processed. Imagine that. Imagine that. Which movie? Martin says. Rhonda says, I cannot think of a single movie I saw this year in the theater that I was interested in seeing again. Even the superhero movies were just okay. Our Christmas Day movie was good, but not spectacular. Yeah, we went and saw, and that's Foxy talking. She didn't go see Superman with me, first of all. I drove to Dallas and saw it with my brother. I took her to see Fantastic Four with me, and like you heard what she said, right? And the Christmas Day movie was good. It was good, but not spectacular. Well, it has to do with real people, real things. That we're talking about Song Sung Blue. If you haven't seen it yet, it's good. I enjoyed it. I think I probably enjoyed it more than my wife did. But Kate Hudson's got a lot of Oscar buzz for that movie. I hope she gets an Oscar for it because she's aging gracefully and she looked great in it. And she looks a lot like her mom now. It's weird. These people, when these people get older, they start looking like their parent of the same gender. They really do. Michael Douglas is a dead ringer for Kirk Douglas now, but when he was younger, he wasn't. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, babe. Yeah, there was not that much good this year. But then again, you didn't watch all the stuff I watched. I'm telling you, and I may show you Weapons. I still may show you Weapons, man. It's a horror movie, but man, that's one of those ones I think you'd enjoy, man. It's one of those psychological things. It's kind of like Silence of the Lambs, you know. It's a psychological thriller type thing, you know. And I think you would enjoy it, man. It's pretty cool. It's told from like how many different perspectives, guys? I think it's like 4 different characters' perspectives, and it's pretty good shit. Weapons is my favorite movie I saw this year. Taps, no, we haven't yet. Martin, Gary's mentioned we need to do it. Every time I bring it up, he does. Let's see. He says, oh, freaking love F1. Yeah, I can only comment on what I have or haven't seen. I want to watch F1 so bad. As a matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is I have a 150-foot screen I can set up in the backyard. It's like a drive-in type of thing. And I think I'm probably going to go ahead and get, lay down the $5. Guys, Apple TV is so cheap. If you want to catch up on their stuff, just get a month of it. It's like $5 or $6 for everything they've got. And I think I'm going to do that and watch it on the big screen out back. Because I really wanted to see it in IMAX. They didn't show it in IMAX here. I was so mad. I couldn't believe it. Now, when I say IMAX, I'm not talking about walking into one of these theaters. Like, I think we went and saw an IMAX movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rhonda. We went and saw an IMAX movie down on the boardwalk this year. Or was it just me? It was me. By myself. I went and saw Jaws in IMAX. That's what it was. It was Jaws. But that was an IMAX. IMAX, and Rhonda will tell you this because when I took her to see Oppenheimer in the best IMAX theater we have here. It's one of those dome IMAX theaters where your peripheral vision is not cut off and it's all around you. Yeah. I took her to Scyport down in downtown Shreveport and we went and saw Oppenheimer down there. She said, Joe, that was great, but I need some Dramamine before we go see something in IMAX again. Because, man, wow. Yeah, it's an experience. I've seen 2 movies down there. I saw Oppenheimer first with her, and then I went and saw Dune 2 with my buddy Dallas. And he was the same way. He was like, wow, that was cool, but damn. I love it. I love a full IMAX theater. Let's see. Martin says, I still say F1. It's the best 2025 movie I have seen to date. Now, they're two different genres, but did you like Weapons? That's the question I would ask you. She's saying Taps. Taps is an amazing movie. Yes, it is. And you gotta remember, Foxy's like me. She was on the color guard in Air Force, AFJ ROTC, Air Force Junior. God, what's the R for? Reserve Officer Training Corps. Yeah, that's what it is. God, I'm getting old. I can't even remember what the fucking acronyms stand for anymore. She was on the color guard when I was a senior on the drill team in high school. And, yeah, we all loved that movie. That was us raging against the machine was Taps, right? By the way, Joe, Vince says, have you thought about making Chilling at the Club a Rumble exclusive stream so that you can also play some music for the club scene? You know what? That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I think what I'd probably do, Vince, is I'd probably still start it here because, you know, I want YouTube to be the main foothold in the video streaming for me. I feel very much like Gary Nerdrotic. You cannot battle for the platform if you're not on the platform, if you understand what I'm saying. We know there's certain things you can't do here, but I think I always want to have that foothold here, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's a great idea, bud. And by the way, guys, if you don't know this, Vince will tell you, I have morphed several things from just what you guys tell me about the channel. So if I agree with you, I will definitely think about it and work it into what we do. Royal Fox says, Bears intercepted the Niners and returned it for a touchdown. A pick six for the fucking Bears. Go Bears! Of course, I'll hate them when the playoffs start. But right now, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Go Bears! Injure as many people on that football team as you can. I have to play them next week. Comic Relief Crusader says, yup. Not sure what you're saying yup to. I may be way behind here. I'm trying to catch up before I show you this. Let's see. Ronimus says, I have no IMAXs near me. Really? We've got one on the boardwalk that is... It's IMAX, I guess. It's huge, but it's not the dome screen wraparound where your peripheral vision is engaged. I mean, you can't get away from it. You're surrounded by it. That's ultimate IMAX, and it's pretty damn cool. Dude, imagine Fall Guy 2 with Brad Pitt as a veteran stuntman in a frenemy role. That would be badass, bro. That would be badass. You know I love fucking stunts. That's awesome. Everybody saying hi to Knock. Oh, Sisu, Road to Revenge, 2025. Yes! I hear good things about it. And I've never seen Sisu. Knock tells me it's great. I have not seen it yet. But I definitely want to see those two movies. But once again, guys, these are movies that I can't watch with my wife. She's not going to get into Sisu. She's not going to get into Sisu to the Revenge. I have to watch them away from here. I can't watch them with my wife. And I watch most of my TV with my wife. Yes, I know you see her walk in, bring me beers and stuff like that, but we do spend most of our time together. Because we dig each other. It's just the way it is. Let's see. I did not like Weapons. Martin says it's not crap, but I don't think it is Scottish and neither. Oh my God. It's not crap, but it's not Scottish. Stop it. I liked it. I thought it was cool. Let's see. Hey, Ron. I catched up with Fallout, by the way. Okay. There you go. They're having a production meeting in the back there. Let's see what else we got here. Vince, I'm planning on binging Rare Exports, Sisu, and Sisu 2. Okay, very cool. Vince says, really sounds like you would like Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl. Okay. Let's see. Clay Thomas is here. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Comic Relief Crusader says, yeah, catch up, dude. I was 20 seconds behind on my chat. Can vouch for that. Laugh out loud. Yeah, no doubt, man. It's fucking ridiculous. It's hard to keep up with the chat when you're trying to produce a show. It's ridiculous. Vince says, nice. Only saw Sisu on Tubi. Yeah, it's free on Tubi right now. Let's see. 49ers touchdown. Good drive. Oh, my gosh. Sounds like a good game we're going to be getting into here in a little bit. Sisu, it's on Tubi TV. Niners just even the score. Sisu has a puppy. She'll love it. Clay Thomas, you don't understand. I mean, I got her to watch The Walking Dead because it was good drama. But from what I've heard about Sisu, she's not going to like that movie, man. I don't know. It could be totally wrong. The next one I'm going to show her is Weapons. That's the next one I'm going to show her. Because she really loves Silence of the Lambs. And I keep messing with her, telling her that we know it's a psychological thriller. We know that. But I always mess with her and tell her it's the first horror movie that ever won Best Picture. And she's like, it's not a horror movie. I'm like, come on, give me a break. Let's see. Ha 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 ha. You guys are having a good time over here. Vince says, spoilers, unlike John Wick, the pup lives. Okay, cool. Martin says, no, she won't like Sisu. Hyper-violence at its best. Yeah, it's just yeah, I'm sure. And I'll love it. I love that shit. That's one of the things, that's one of the reasons why I dig my favorite friggin' Arnold movie is Total Recall. Because our guy, the Euro violence guy directed it. I mean, with arms ripping off and all kinds of shit. It's fucking great. I love it. Let's see. Isn't Weapons a horror movie? I never watched it. Yeah, Clay Thomas, it is, but it's not one of those all-out gore fest. It's not a slasher movie. It's a thinking person's horror movie. It's pretty cool. It's really neat. Let's see. Okay, so let's get back to this. I wanted to show you the trailer for Taps real quick. This is the movie that I was in love with in high school because we were all in ROTC. If you haven't seen this, you need to. It's great. Let's see. You guys let me know about the volume and everything. Here we go. And yes, it's an old movie. Yes, George C. Scott, the guy that played Patton. He's in this. Now, these are teenagers, okay, in a military academy. This is their high school. They're in a military academy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed that Bunker Hill Academy is to be closed. An end to nearly a century and a half of tradition.
The guys you hear, keeping time with the weapons, that's the drill team, the Red Berets, and they're led by Tom Cruise, a very young Tom Cruise. He hadn't made many movies at all. This is before he fixed his teeth. You know, you've heard the stories about him having jacked up teeth. You see him in this movie.
And an end to the heart of us.
There he is.
How can they do this?
With the stroke of a pen, sir. Their field of honor was a desktop.
That's him walking up the aisle marching up the aisle with a saber in his hand.
Lady said the proprietors ordered the school closed. Now, as I see it, we are the proprietors.
You tell us where you put those weapons, or this will be the sorriest day of your life.
All right, we have 3 demands. They're very reasonable. When they're met, we'll be happy to return every weapon, every shell.
You say we. Who else?
Number 1, I want a meeting with General...
I've got to stop it every once in a while, but check it out. The sheriff's about to lay down the law, right?
Now, you stay where you are, Sheriff. Everyone in here is here because they want to be here.
Our son would not be involved in something like this.
Lady, if my son can be involved in it, your son can be involved in it.
Yeah. It gets to a pitch, boys and girls. They take over the school because they don't want them to close it. It's pretty cool.
My men, our tanks, our helicopters, we will take this campus.
That, to me, is my favorite character in the movie. Ronnie Cox plays the National Guard commander that surrounds the school. And it's pretty damn cool, their conversations.
So anybody who isn't 100% sure of what we're doing, take 1 step forward. Attention! Forward! Forward! Major Mullen, he's our man! Major Mullen, he's our man! They don't scare us, do they, Charlie?
No, sir.
I mean, look how young some of these kids are. It's not just high schoolers. There's middle schoolers there, too.
Me neither, sir. They don't scare me.
What in God's name did they teach you in here?
You and I have nothing more to talk about.
It's a great movie. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend going and checking that movie out. It is badass. I love it. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Okay, here we are, right here. Ron says, been waiting for 2 years for Join to do a watch along for Joe, I think is what he's trying to say. My man has had too many Coronas tonight. He can't type. For Joe to do a watch along of Schindler's List. No, I'm not doing a watch along of Schindler's List. No, you've got that all wrong. It's not Schindler's List. You know you want me to do The Shawshank Redemption. Dude, have another Corona. God, Ron, what the hell was that? Shit. Let's see. Vince says, admit it, Joe. You love Commando so much, you go Commando too. Well, I wish that was true. I used to when I was younger, but I don't anymore. But I do have, if you look, let's see. Let me get my finger in the right place. Right there. That's Arnold from Commando. It's hanging on my wall right next to the television up there. Let's see. It was a gift from my dad. It's signed in gold paint pen by Arnold himself. Vince says, Ron, have a box of tissues ready. There's a little shower scene. Oh, my God, yeah. Ugh. I'm never watching Schindler's List again. Where did you get that from, Ron? Jesus. E. Clay Thomas says, I saw this on HBO like 40 years ago, but I haven't seen it since. Dude, it's awesome. I've got a DVD of it. This is before he had developed the cruise running system. Yeah, he was just doing the marching system right there. That was just the marching system. Yeah. Vince says, here, at least for the honor guard, there is a height requirement. Yeah, we don't have a height requirement here. Cruz, we know how short he is. Oh, that must mean the National Guard are the bad guys. This time when Ronnie Cox led them. No, actually, no. Just watch the movie. My favorite scene in the movie is that one they were just showing where he says, you and I have nothing more to talk about. And Ronnie Cox says, what in the hell did they teach you in here? Right? Because at one point, Timothy Hutton looks at him and says, "We're soldiers." And he stops him right there. Ronnie Cox says, "No, goddammit. You're not a soldier. I'm a soldier with the career goal of every soldier, to stay alive in situations where it's not all that easy to do." You know, that's my favorite line in the entire movie. He just shuts him down and says, "No," you know, and they have the conversation. You know, they're taught about honor and duty and all this other stuff. And basically, you know, I don't want to give it. Just go watch the movie, man. I could talk about that movie all day. Let's see. Yeah, he's not the bad guy. Ronnie Cox is a great actor, period, man. Yes, he did great job in RoboCop as the bad guy. Great job in Total Recall as the bad guy. But he's also really good as the good guy, too. Let's see. TAPS is why Ronnie Cox went to the private sector and developed the N209. Exactly. Children were taking over schools with weapons. We got to stop them. That's great, Martin. Let's see. Ron says, yeah. Always get them mixed up. Laugh out loud. Still waiting. Don't worry. It's coming, man. Because actually, I'm actually thinking about, because one thing that happened this year is I had to think, Mom had to go to the hospital over a weekend, and I actually watched Star Trek the Motion Picture for the first time in years. Shout out to Pacific Mike 414. Thank you so much for doing that weekend. Stone Loki was on that broadcast as well. They did a watch along of Star Trek the Motion Picture. I was stuck in the hospital with Mom. I had to stay with her overnight and everything, and I watched it on a Saturday night. And he does it. I don't want to counter program to him. He does it every other week. So as soon as I see where the cycle goes, I think he was off this weekend. I'm going to pick up, and I'm going to let Mike know, because I would like him to show up on our watch along too. But he does a watch along on Saturday nights, and I don't want to counter program to him, but I think I'm going to start doing one on Saturday nights, and do it every other weekend like he does, and that way he can do one week and I can do one the next week, that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, I that is going to be the first one we do, buddy. Don't you worry about that, Ron. We're going to do that one first. Okay. E. Clay Thomas just type something in, or just hit enter, I guess. I don't know what he was doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to this list real quick, and we'll breeze through it because it's about that time. We're almost done for tonight. You guys get me rolling on so many different things. It's crazy where this damn show's going to go to. But we did get some of your favorites. F1 is one on my list that I definitely want to see. And I'm a huge Brad Pitt fan. I dig the guy. And anytime somebody tells me that Brad Pitt's just a pretty face and he can't act, I'm like, you know what? I want you to watch two movies. The first one I want you to watch is 12 Monkeys. Okay? Because how that guy got... I can't do it with my eyes, I don't think. Let me see if I can do it. I don't know if I did it or not. I'd have to watch the replay. But the thing he does with his eyes through the whole fucking movie is ridiculously funny. And he plays a friggin' just crazed individual so well, man. It's with the flick of the hands, and it's just so awesome, man. He does such a great job. He stole every scene he was in with Bruce Willis. He did. He was the star of that movie. It was ridiculous. The other one you need to watch is Snatch. He plays a fucking Irish gypsy, and you can't understand a fucking word he says in that movie. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It is crazy. He is fantastic in those two movies. Brad Pitt is very underrated. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, have you ever noticed that Brad Pitt is always eating something in every scene in every movie? No. No, I haven't. I'm going to check that out. Martin says, dude, Brad Pitt's Jeffrey Gines in 12 Monkeys is awesome. Yes, he is. Am I lying, Martin? He steals every scene he's in. Oh, my God. How about Legends of the Fall? Yes, that's one of my favorites, Martin. I love him in Legends of the Fall. That one I've watched several times. I show it to the clients at work a lot. That one right there. It's if you're a Yellowstone fan and you've never seen Legends of the Fall, you need to see that movie. It's the story arc of a family who is anti-government. First of all, you'd have to watch the movie and see. Anthony Hopkins plays the father of 3 sons, and it's all about how their relationships are just busted up at one point by one female, and they all end up coming back together. It's really great, man. You'd have to see it. It's really good. Comic Relief Crusader is laughing for some reason. I don't know why. Have you seen Nobody 2? No, I have not seen that one yet, Vince, but I liked Nobody 1. I did see that, and that's on my list of stuff that I want to see. Yes, absolutely. Comic Relief Crusader says not yet. He says anyone seen Nobody 2. Yeah. Comic Relief Crusader says I still have to see the first one. Yeah. Yeah, dude, watch them. I got a feeling they're probably good. I know the first one's good. I don't know about the second one, but it looks like they're just doubling down on the same premise. Rama says Chicago punt, 49ers punt, Chicago punt. Yeah, well, it's going to get it's 2 good defenses, Ron. I hate to tell you this, but they're 2 good defenses. What are you going to do? Sometimes defensive struggles can be fun. Okay, let's check this out one more time. I want to get to the bottom of this list before we get out of here. One Battle After Numbers, number 3. Okay, that discounts this entire list if you ask me. Sound of Falling. Don't know what that is. Looks like something from PBS. Don't care. 28 years later. Now, you guys tell me if you've seen this or not. I heard this movie did not live up to the trailer because, let me tell you something. That trailer was that was a pretty good hook. They did a good job on that trailer. I don't know if it ended up being any good in the wash. They're dumping the Bone Temple in either the end of January or the beginning of February, which is where movies go to die. So I don't know if they're expecting much out of this, but I'm a fan of the first one. I don't really remember the second one, and I didn't get a chance. Like I said, there's not many people in my house that like horror movies, so didn't get to see this one. 6, Smarty Supreme. I keep hearing great things about this. I don't know what it's about. Let's see. Let's read it real quick. Ping pong is a fairly silly pastime, a notion that isn't lost on director Josh Safdie. Don't even know who that is. Who follows up the extended Panic Attack that was Uncut Gems. Okay, Uncut Gems I've heard of. That's the one with, oh God. What is his name? Adam Sandler. Yeah. I think that's Uncut Gems, isn't it? With a breathless twist on the sports movie genre. Wow, really? Ping pong? That one keeps popping up with gamblers. Ping pong. Betting on ping pong. I know it sounds crazy. Let me make sure. Uncut Gems. IMDb. Yeah, that's Adam Sandler. Yeah, I heard he was great in that movie. I've never seen this one. So, isn't he a Jewish jeweler or something like that? Pawn guy or something? I can't remember. But anyway, who knows if that'll be any good. But I do like Timothée Chalamet. I like him. He's good. I like the Dune movies. And I know, Martin, I know you don't like him, and I know why. I'm just saying, as far as movies go, for people that don't know the material, it was good shit. It was just an accident. Don't know what that is. Where do they get these? Train Dreams? Did anybody see these movies? The President's Cake? What the fuck? Steve? Okay, Steve has the guy that won for Oppenheimer in it. Cillian Murphy? Yeah, he's in that one. Okay, I've heard of that one. Okay, this is several people's different ones, and look, one battler after another is number one on one of them. Yeah, this is okay. So check out Variety. They're gonna have a bunch of movies that you'd probably never go see in a million years on it. There you go. So we've started the production of Wednesday's show. There you go. We started getting some of this stuff. I will tell you, Terminal List. Can't wait to see some of that stuff, man. Woo! That's good stuff. That's a wallpaper on one of my things here. But as far as 2025 goes, a couple of good songs. And tune in Wednesday. We'll have a breakdown of everything. I will do a lot more homework on that one. This is just a chat stream. We were just talking about stuff. Let's see. Let's see what they're saying. I've fallen and I can't get up the movie. Vince, yes, absolutely. That's absolutely correct. I heard Marty Supreme is a lot like Uncut Gems, very frantic. I don't think I would like it, E. Clay Thomas says. Yeah, well, I've never seen Uncut Gems. So, I think that's about a fence, though, isn't it? I think. I can't remember. Nah, I prefer Balls of Fury. There you go. Balls of Fury is great stuff, Martin. Yes. Purdy TD run. Ooh, Purdy pulled it down and took off, did he? Nice. Vince says, that's just their handler's name, Ping Pong. We got the idiots on Kick checking in. Never heard of most of those movies. Yeah, nobody has. Nobody has. Of course, I picked Variety, right? That's the Aristocrats Hollywood news. You really can't look at these lobies and see if they'd made any good films because, of course, they don't have enough money to make good films. Let's see. Niners just scored again. Those lists are shite, no doubt. Yeah. Don't worry. We're going to put together our own list. Okay? Knock and John are going to bring their favorites. And by the way, John and Knock, if you're watching, you need to bring your favorite songs, your favorite movies, your favorite TV shows. That's the 3. No, 4. And video games. We're going to talk about all 4. Okay? And I will have some better lists. Don't worry. Something that aligns more with what we're into. I think we know the fans of this channel get into certain things and stuff, you know. Comic Reliquer Center says Kung Pao. Yeah, no doubt. And Bonded by Metal also is doing a 2025 review certain music. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the music I'm not going to be in depth with because that's just not my bag. I mean, I like music. Don't get me wrong. I'm the son of a DJ. I know a lot about music. That's why I'm on 70s Rock Fans channel, you know, because I know what he's talking about. It's like listening to my dad talk. You know what I'm saying? Dad talks about music all the time. Matter of fact, hang on. I will show you guys the latest email he sent me with the newest stuff in it. Take me a second to set it up, and then we will get out of here. Let's see. Where's my damn phone? There it is. I'm going to need an authorization for this. No, I don't want to do that. Try signing it. Come on, piece of shite. Okay, there we go. Boom. And it's going to ask for a two-party authorization. Come on, don't be a pain in the ass. It's acting like you can't do anything. Come on. Not now. Okay, here we go. This is the latest thing Dad sent me. As soon as I can get in my damn email. Come on. Okay, here we go. Where is it? There we go. Boom. And yeah, I don't think I want to download this. Or do I? Let's see how long it takes to download it. Not long. Go ahead and download them all. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Get out of there. Boom, 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 boom. This is the latest thing he sent me. This is stuff from one of them is Bruce Springsteen and another one's John Lennon. I think they're pretty much labels and a bunch of information. I'm not going to read all this stuff, but I will show you what we've got here. All right. Let me get it where I can share it. And Whammo. This is a label for a book, or excuse me, a 45. Yeah, it's John Lennon one. Yoko Ono singing Remember Love, right? I think that's the B side of it. Let's see. What else we got here? Yeah, Give Peace a Chance, Lennon and McCartney. I was on the main side. Certificate of Authenticity. This certifies that the accompanied John Lennon sheetlet includes 9 official legal tender stamps. Oh, yeah, I forgot Dad collects stamps, too. He's a collector of everything, guys. It's ridiculous. Issued by Tanzania. Recognized by every postal authority around the world. The number below has been assigned to these stamps, thus assuring their limited edition status. It's got a bunch, I don't even know what all of this is. 99 little known facts about John Lennon. Yeah. Let's see what the number one is. John Lennon was born to Julia Lennon after 30 hours of labor on October 9th, 1940. Well, that's all I need to know. 30 hours of labor is way too much. Here's the stamps. The Many Faces of Lennon. There you go. Give peace a chance. And then we're all the way over here. I thought he sent me one. Yeah, there's... Hang on a second. What happened to the... It didn't download the Bruce Springsteen one? Hang on a second. Bum, bum, bum. Did I get it? Hang on. Let me pull this out. Close that. Take a look. Nope. It's not downloading it. I don't know what the deal is with that one. Yeah, there's one with Bruce Springsteen. He's actually outside of 7-Eleven. It's a picture of him in one of his leather jackets. Yeah. Let's see. Let me get back up here. E. Clay Thomas says Martin wasn't talking about a movie when he said he liked Balls of Fury. Martin says, E. Thomas, oh my. Yes. But not my. How would you want to bind my metal? Oh my God. Who? Damn it. Writing more gooder now. Vince, it's going to be okay. Pirate music, gotta download them all. Yeah, right? Hippie. Yoko Ono, run for your lives! Yes, absolutely, no doubt. Springsteen and Lennon both made it onto 70s rock fan stream list for the worst Christmas music of all time. Yes, they did. I introduced Bruce Springsteen, and so did Mark D with a C. His list and mine were exactly the same. I gave an honorable mention to John Lennon's one, though, because there was worse ones than his. No doubt about it. Let's see. Bear scored. Good. Fake commie hippie. It says, Beauty of a Throw by Williams for a TD. Yeah, gotcha. Martin says, John Lennon demonstrated that love is not only blind, but deaf. No doubt. Yikes. Everybody's laughing about that one. Good Lord. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed this touch on things for 2025. I regaled you with the story of my 2025 and where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying life, man. Taking care of my mom, taking care of my wife, having a good time doing it, taking care of a lot of addicts, and they need help, and I do that for a living. You know, that's what when you hear me, you guys don't see me on Thursday and Fridays, and only for about an hour on Friday because I'm working around that time. So I take care of people with addiction, so enjoy doing it. And my 2025 has been okay. Could have been better, but 2026 is going to be much better, I have a feeling. Hope you guys have had a good one. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to do this month. First of all, if you want to get commissions done, go to JoesAtmosfere.com. Just click the message box. It'll take you straight to my email. You can get a hold of me. Allow 3 weeks before when you need it, because, look, it's going to take me a week to get it done and send it. Actually, make it a month before you want your commission done, because it's going to take me a week to get it scheduled, drawing it, and all the good stuff. Then it's going to take a week to get to you. And it's going to take at least 2 weeks for you to get it framed, if you want a frame on it. Okay? So remember that whenever you order commission from me. You do that at JoesAtmosfere.com. It's just like you see right down here with my name. Okay? With an F instead of a PH. And go there and just click the little message thing on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Or you can scroll all the way to the bottom of this, the page and go there, and you'll find it. Anyway, if you want to know everything going on behind the scenes of the comic book, go to Subscribestar. Okay, that's going to be where you find out. You can see all the plotted pages for issues 1 and 2 of the Privateer. Okay, you see all that there, and you see a lot of other stuff about what's going on with the channel. Also, if you want to check out the little teaser I did, the 0 issue of the Privateer, it's the first 5 inked pages. And it's up on Amazon Kindle under Joe's Atmosphere Comics. So you can go check that out. It's $1. This pesky capitalist at Amazon won't let you put stuff up for free. So anyway, go check those out if you want to support the channel. And you can always go through Stream Elements, what you see in there in the chat, and leave me a tip or whatever. Thanks a lot. I appreciate all the support. Always like, share, subscribe, share out the streams, all that good stuff. Everything every YouTuber wants you to do. It helps us all out, no doubt. So you guys definitely do all of that stuff. Let's get into what we're going to be doing this week, right before New Year's. One of my favorite holidays, man, because I used to rent a tux to wear to work, because I thought my customers were worth it when I was a bartender. I used to wear a tux every New Year's Eve to work. I'm a big James Bond nut. I like tuxedos, man. Can't help it. Love it. Anyway, definitely want you guys to check us out next week, this same time slot. Danny, I'm not sure if he's going to be back or not. I don't know how long this cruise is. But I'm going to say, look for The Brothers Hack the Matrix. That's the show that usually shows up in this time slot. If he's just traveling back, then we'll probably do another edition of Chillin' at the Club. So either one will be on at 6 p.m. next Sunday evening. So you guys come by and check it out. You know, The Brothers Hack the Matrix is everything you need to know about the clown show going forward of 2026 through today's headlines. You guys check it out. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., it'll be time for Military Monday. And we are going to be doing a classic film. I just showed it on screen, and I'm sure I can get the thumbnail up here pretty quick. It's actually not the thumbnail. It's just an image I found for it. But we're doing 1941 tomorrow morning. So you guys come check it out. I Google searched the thumbnail, Martin, and couldn't find it. So I just grabbed this because it's pretty much the thumbnail without our faces on it. Anyway, we're going to be doing a 1941 if you haven't seen it. It's about the scare on the West Coast whenever Pearl Harbor was attacked. The West Coast was scared to death that the Japanese were going to attack there next. And there was a little bit of craziness going on in California and other places along the West Coast. It's a comedy. It's a great movie starring John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, and several others. You guys come check it out. We're going to talk about it this Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Military Monday with Gary, Anima, and Martin, who's in the chat tonight. So you guys come check it out. At 3:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow on That 70s Rock Fans channel, we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate. You guys come along and check it out. He's trying to wrap it up by the end of the year. I got a feeling he's not going to wrap it up live on stream by the end of the year, because I got a feeling he's going to, if I know him, he's going to start the city fight, and that's going to take him more than 2 hours to do. So anyway, he's definitely going to have a Baldur's Gate stream on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 3:30. Usually he starts at 4, but on the video game streams, he starts a half an hour early. So you guys come check it out as we heckle him from the cheap seats playing Baldur's Gate on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, you know it's time for Video Games, Cocktails, and Fails. And it's going to be the last Monday of the year. I was going to say the month, but it's also the last Monday of the year. So, Knock, Lunatic, and myself will be playing DC Universe Online. Don't know what we're going to be playing yet. Don't know if it's going to be current content. Don't know if we're going to be playing Omnibus. But all I know is this. It's friends getting together playing a video game. It's a lot of fun. So you guys come check it out as we screw up DC Universe Online this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Then it's back over to Pop Culture Minefields channel on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time for Wednesday afternoon matinee. I don't know what we're doing on that show. Martin might know, but I don't. But Gary, Anima, Martin, and myself will be, and probably Mephisto, he's usually there for the first hour, will be on to talk about a great movie. Let's see. Is that him talking? No, it's not. But definitely come by and check us out. We're going to be doing a movie at 3 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And that's right before the show that I alluded to earlier. We're going to be doing the best and worst of 2025. The year in review on State of the Atmosphere this week. We'll also have the review of your latest episode of Fallout. And there may not be a time limit on this show, guys. It's New Year's Eve. I don't have to work. And, you know, we're going to have a good time with this one. So you guys show up and we'll talk about it. And don't worry, Knock, we're going to talk K-pop Demon Hunters, and I'll have it finished by then so I can talk about it. I know this much. You can't turn on the radio. If you listen to a pop station, you cannot turn on the radio these days without hearing a song from the soundtrack of K-pop Demon Hunters. So we will be talking about everything 2025, the year in review, best and worst, movies, TV shows, video games, and music this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Then it's back over to Sketching the Privateer on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. You guys come check that out, and we will continue working on the comic book. I'm going to try and have some work done for you so I can show you some progress before we even get there. And then, of course, the show I've been waiting for a while, and the first episode didn't disappoint. The second episode will be this Friday at at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Gaming Night with John presents Baldur's Gate 3, the Pop Culture Minefield Game Party, Episode 2. If you didn't see Episode 1, this encapsulates it perfectly, except for the fact that the guy with that's face-palming himself should have a big bag of loot with stuff falling out of it and won't give it to anybody else. Knock was Leroy Jenkins, and Martin was paying the price for it. Anyway, you guys, look forward to the second episode this Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And that leads us right back around to the finale of Pregame Party. Look forward to that at 10 a.m. Central Time this Sunday. And then it brings us right back around to either The Brothers Hack the Matrix or Chillin at the Club at 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. So, for myself, I want to say thank you very much for being here. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope that you have a fantastic New Year. I bartended in the town that I'm from for 18 years. Not the corner bartender guy, you know, like at Cheers. If you've ever been in a nightclub with 1,000 people in it, that was me for 18 years. That's what I did. Kind of place you need track shoes to keep up. And I will tell you this, there is no reason to drink and drive in this day and age. There's too many ways to get home without spending a dime. People will come and get you. Do not do it. It's stupid. If you're going to party this New Year's Eve, either be at somebody's house, or if you're going to a club, Uber, taxi, whatever you got to do, just don't mess around with drinking and driving, man, because you never know what's going to happen with that kind of stuff. I hope you have a safe and happy New Year's celebration. I hope you had a great Christmas. And checking in with the chat real quick before we get out of here. Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a great day and a happy New Year to you all. And, of course, he says, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Comic Relief Crusader says, good show, dude. Dude, I'm just here hanging out, having a good time with folks. That's what I do on this particular one. Comic Relief Crusader also says, amen, dude. I'm sure he's talking about drinking and driving. He's a Christian like myself, so we don't want to see anybody mess themselves up, not only physically but spiritually, because that will definitely mess with you. So, look, you guys take it easy. Let's see. Vince says Vince approves. Well, if the Vince approves, then I guess we're done for tonight. So I want to thank you guys for being here. And don't forget, until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. If I can find the damn video. I've got too many videos. And you know what I hate about this platform, Vince? You can't tell what they are from the thumbnail. You can't.
Christmas. Merry